So, you ready to land your first job? Awesome. Today, we're going to build your personal toolkit for success. We are going to assemble every single document you need to make an absolutely fantastic impression, from that first hello all the way to the final handshake. Let's get this thing started.
You are so ready to start your career, but with so many people applying for the same jobs, how do you actually stand out? Well, your secret weapon just might be mastering the art of the professional introduction. It's about so much more than just a resume. It's about telling your story.
All right, here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with the essential tools, then we'll dive deep into mastering the cover letter. After that, we'll check out some other letters that can give you a real edge, tackle the job application itself, and finally, learn how to accept an offer and move on like a pro. Let's do it.
First up, the job search itself. You know, a successful search isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. It's really about having the right tool for every single situation. And that starts with understanding all the different kinds of letters you can have in your back pocket. Think of your job search letters like an actual toolkit. Your main tool, your hammer, is the cover letter. But you've also got specialized tools, right? A prospecting letter for jobs that aren't even advertised, a thank you letter for after an interview, and yeah, even letters for when you accept a role or resign from your old one. Each one has a totally unique and really powerful purpose. Now for the big one, the most crucial tool in your entire kit, the cover letter. This is often an employer's very, very first impression of you, so it's got to be good.
So what is a cover letter really? Well, think of it as your professional handshake. It's not just some piece of paper you wrap your resume in. It's a personal introduction that sets the stage, highlights your interest, and basically tells the recruiter what to look for in your experience.
So what makes a cover letter actually effective? Well, it can't be generic. It has to be tailored for each specific job. It's got to be concise. We're talking one page max. And most importantly, it needs to answer the employer's single biggest question. Why are you the right person for this role? Feeling a little overwhelmed about writing one? Don't be. Seriously, just follow this simple 3-paragraph structure. First, the intro. Say what job you're applying for and where you saw it. Second, the middle. This is your sales pitch. This is where you connect your skills to what they need. And third, the closing. You confidently ask for an interview. Simple, right? And hey, if you want to make that middle section even stronger, you can totally split it into 2 paragraphs. You can use one to highlight your hands-on experience and skills, and then another one to focus on your education. This creates a super clear picture for the recruiter, showing them exactly how your background is a perfect match. Want to really stand out from the crowd? Beyond the standard cover letter, there are specialized letters that can give you a serious edge. Let's add these advanced tools to your kit. Here we have 2 really proactive tools. A prospecting letter is what you send when a company you absolutely love hasn't posted a job, but you want to get on their radar. You're prospecting for opportunities. A networking letter is different. You're not actually asking for a job. Instead, you're asking a professional for their advice and to help expand your contacts. Both of these show incredible initiative. This quote gets right to the heart of it. After an interview, the game is not over. Sending a thank you letter is how you show genuine, enthusiastic interest. I actually heard a recruiter say they don't even bother calling back candidates who don't send one. It just proves you're engaged and that you really truly want the job.
Okay, next up, the job application. Beyond all the letters, you'll almost always have to fill out a formal application. You can think of this as the official gateway to getting hired. And here is a critical tip for today's job market. Most applications are online, and a lot of companies use automated systems to filter them. What that means is if you rush and miss a section, your application could get tossed out before a human being ever even sees it. So, take your time and be precise. Here's a simple checklist to help you conquer any application. First, read everything before you start. If it's on paper, use black ink and write clearly. Double-check your spelling. It shows you care about the details. And above all else, be completely honest. Getting caught in even a small fib can get you fired instantly, and honestly, it can damage your reputation for years. It is just not worth it.
The dreaded salary question. Here's a pro tip. Don't lock yourself into a number too early. Writing open or negotiable on the application is such a smart move. It signals that you're flexible, and it pushes that really important conversation to the interview, where you'll have more context and a lot more bargaining power.
You made it through the whole process, and you got an offer. Awesome! Now let's look at the final letters in our toolkit, the ones you use when you've sealed the deal and how to professionally move on from your current role.
These 2 letters, they mark major career milestones. An acceptance letter is your formal yes. It confirms the job offer and puts all the key details, like your start date and salary, in writing, which is always a good idea. A resignation letter, on the other hand, is your formal goodbye. It's how you give your employer the standard 2 weeks' notice. And this right here is maybe one of the most important pieces of career advice you will ever get. When you leave a job, always be professional and courteous, no matter what the circumstances are. The professional world is way smaller than you think, and you never, ever know when you'll cross paths with former colleagues or need a reference. Don't burn that bridge. We're almost done building our toolkit, so now it's time for the finishing touches. These are the small details that add that final layer of polish and make you look like a true professional. This checklist is all about showing you care. Always use proper titles like Mr. or Miss. Double-check, no, triple-check the spelling of the person's name. Getting it wrong is just a bad look. Remember to actually sign your letter. And if you're including your resume, type enclosure at the bottom. It's a small detail, but it shows you know what you're doing. Okay, here is a super simple but absolutely essential modern tip. When you apply by email, don't send 2 separate files. Combine your cover letter and your resume into one single PDF document. It makes it so much easier for the hiring manager to open, read, and save your application. It's a tiny step that makes a big professional difference.
And there you have it, your complete professional toolkit. You now have all the letters and all the tips you need to navigate your job search with total confidence. So, I guess the only question left is, where are you going to apply first? Good luck!